Do you think you've seen everything this world has to offer? Think again. There are corners of the earth that defy all logic, places where science seems to stumble and reality borders on the unbelievable. Locations so out of the ordinary, they seem to have been pulled straight from a science fiction screenplay. From lakes that appear to turn creatures into sculptures, to forests that warp our sense of time. What you're about to see is real, even if it seems impossible. Prepare to explore 7 enigmatic destinations that could easily fit in a Hollywood film, but are all right here within our reach. Some might even be closer to you than you imagine. After this journey, chances are your view of planet Earth will never be the same. Number 7. Lake Natron, nature's deadly mirror. Hidden in a remote area of Tanzania, in the Rift Valley, Lake Natron is a marvel of vibrant beauty and deep mystery. Its waters, varying from intense red hues to silvery reflections, hide a disturbing secret. Animals that get too close end up looking petrified. What causes this? It all comes down to the lake's chemical composition. With a pH that can reach 10.5, similar to highly alkaline cleaning products, the lake is rich in sodium carbonate and salts from ancient volcanic activity. When animal bodies contact the water, they undergo a calcification reaction that hardens them, giving them the appearance of stone statues. And it gets worse. The water can reach temperatures of up to 60 degrees Celsius, making the environment hostile to most life forms. Around the shores, it's common to find birds and small animals preserved as if frozen in time. The geological setup behind the phenomenon Lake Natron is fed by the Ewasung-Iro River and hot springs, but has no natural outflow. All incoming water evaporates under the intense heat, concentrating the mineral salts. During droughts, the lake shifts to reddish and orange tones due to the bloom of halophilic cyanobacteria, microorganisms producing protective pigments against solar radiation. And how does life manage to exist there? As unlikely as it seems, some species have adapted. Natron is one of the few places in the world where the lesser flamingo, Phoeniconias minor, reproduces in large numbers. With sturdy legs and skin adapted to both heat and alkalinity, these birds find a safe haven from predators. There, amid salt and heat, they form massive colonies. Additionally, fish such as the Alcalapia alcalica tilapia have evolved to survive in these extreme conditions, a testament to life's incredible adaptative power. The science behind the petrification. The calcification process results from a reaction between the alkaline salts and organic tissues. First, animals succumb to heat, high pH, or toxins. Then, minerals crystallize within their bodies, preserving their shapes with a rigid, stony appearance. Photographer Nick Brandt gained recognition by capturing these uncanny scenes, revealing images of birds and bats naturally fossilized, as though transformed into eerie works of art. Unresolved mysteries. How do some species thrive there? The adaptations of flamingos and fish continue to puzzle biologists. The lake's future with climate change, changes in rainfall and evaporation may impact this unique ecosystem. Potential scientific uses. Could natron's minerals be harnessed for innovative tissue or material preservation? Why this place matters. More than a geological curiosity, Lake Natron is a lesson in survival and adaptation. It shows how life can flourish in the most extreme conditions and prompts us to wonder, if this is possible here on Earth, what might exist on worlds like Titan, a moon of Saturn, or the arid regions of Mars? And you, would you dare visit this lake that defies life itself? What impresses you most about this surreal place? Share your thoughts. Number 6. Zone of Silence. Mexico's Bermuda Triangle. In the arid Chihuahua Desert, northern Mexico, lies a region known as the Zona del Silencio, a stretch of land that intrigues both scientists and curious visitors. There, radio waves vanish, compasses go haywire, and satellites lose signal, as if something invisible interferes with human instruments. It all began in the 1970s, when a United States Air Force experimental missile, under unknown circumstances, deviated from its course and crashed in this region. During investigations, technicians noticed something odd. Various devices simply stopped working when brought near the area, as though an invisible bubble blocked electromagnetic signals. But what truly causes these strange effects? Some hypotheses point to anomalies in the region's magnetic field, similar to those observed in the famous Bermuda Triangle. Others suggest vast underground concentrations of metallic minerals that could interfere with electromagnetic waves. Mysterious reports abound. Unexplained lights. Locals frequently report glowing orbs crossing the sky for no apparent reason. Enigmatic figures. Some claim to have seen tall, very fair-skinned individuals who appear out of nowhere and vanish just as quickly. Changes in flora and fauna. Certain plants exhibit unusual mutations, and there is a notable scarcity of wildlife in the area. What makes the zone of silence even more intriguing is that, despite so many eyewitness accounts and empirical evidence, science has not yet provided a definitive explanation for the phenomena occurring there. Number 5. The enigmatic burning crater of Darvaza, Turkmenistan. In the middle of the arid and vast Karakum Desert, at the heart of Turkmenistan, lies a place that seems straight out of a post-apocalyptic nightmare. The astonishing Darvaza crater, better known as the Door to Hell. This flaming abyss, approximately 60 meters wide and 20 meters deep, has been burning continuously for more than 50 years, casting flames that illuminate the desert night with an eerie, hypnotic glow. Despite its menacing appearance, this man-made natural phenomenon remains unknown to many around the world. But how did this eternal fire in the desert come to be? An accident that became a global attraction. It all began in the 1970s, when Soviet engineers were drilling the desert floor in search of natural gas, one of the region's most abundant resources. During one of those drills, they accidentally breached a subterranean cavern filled with methane, causing the ground to collapse and form the crater. Concerned about the release of toxic gas, scientists decided to ignite it in a controlled burn, believing the flames would extinguish within a few days. However, the fire never went out. Fueled by seemingly endless underground reserves, the blaze still burns today, a terrifying spectacle in the middle of nowhere. What makes the Darvaza crater unique is not just the continuous flame, but the entire set of sensations it evokes. The intense heat prevents one from getting too close, while the reddish light contrasts with the total darkness of the desert, creating an almost supernatural atmosphere. Even from afar, the glow of the flames is visible on the horizon, like a beacon signaling the end of the world and drawing adventurers from all corners. Incredibly, despite the extreme conditions, life thrives around the crater. Insects and small animals are attracted to the warmth, and researchers have already been studying microscopic organisms resistant to the toxic environment, offering clues about potential life on other planets, such as Mars. Although still outside traditional tourist circuits, the Door to Hell has become a destination for curious travelers and lovers of the unusual. The local government, aware of the site's tourism potential, has begun organizing visits. However, debates continue about closing the crater due to environmental concerns and safety risks. This phenomenon, born of human error, is today a living reminder of nature's power and the unpredictability of human actions. Curiosities about the crater. Impressive dimensions. The hole measures more than 60 meters in diameter, equivalent to the width of a 20-story building. Eternal fire. The flames are fueled by extensive underground natural gas reserves. Symbolic name. The nickname Door to Hell emerged among local inhabitants, struck by the constant sight of fire and intense heat. Would you dare to visit this spectacle of fire and mystery in the middle of the desert? What would your reaction be in the face of such natural force fueled by human error? Leave your comment and share it with someone who would also be interested in this extreme adventure. Number 4. Hoia Baciu, the haunted forest of Romania. In the heart of legendary Transylvania, a land of dark tales and folkloric vampires, there lies a forest that bewilders even the most skeptical, Hoia Baciu. Regarded as one of the most mysterious forests in the world, this place stands out not only for its strange appearance, but also for inexplicable energy and numerous reports of paranormal phenomena. What makes Hoia Baciu such a fearsome place? From the moment you enter the forest, you can sense that something is amiss. The trees have twisted shapes, as if manipulated by an invisible, capricious force. But what truly frightens are the tales of those who venture within. Sensations of disorientation, memory lapses, and chills without any apparent cause are common. Among the most reported phenomena are mysterious disappearances. People vanish for hours or even days, reappearing without any memory of what happened. Floating lights, orbs of light emerge among the trees, defying scientific explanation. Inexplicable sounds. Many claim to hear children's laughter or whispers even when they are alone. The legend of the Shepherd One. Of the oldest stories tells of a shepherd who entered the forest with a flock of 200 sheep and was never seen again. Since then, Hoia Baciu has gained a reputation as a place where people simply vanish, as if transported to another dimension. In the 1960s, the biologist Alexandru Sift, while conducting research in the forest, took photos that, upon development, revealed humanoid figures he claimed he had not seen when capturing the images. This episode only reinforced the forest's paranormal fame. The mystery of the sterile clearing. At the center of the forest lies a perfectly circular clearing where no plant grows. Despite numerous scientific analyses, no natural reason has been found to explain the lack of vegetation. Some theories suggest the area could be an interdimensional portal, while others point to possible extraterrestrial spacecraft landings. Explanations and theories. Scientists suggest that substances like phosphine could account for some visions and strange sensations, but that does not convince believers in the supernatural, who regard the forest as one of the most energetically charged places on the planet. Hence, it is nicknamed the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. Number 3, the mysterious sinkholes of the Dead Sea, a global warning sign. The Dead Sea, famous for its high salinity and millennia-old historical significance, has become the stage for a phenomenon as striking as it is concerning. Its shores are now dotted with the sudden appearance of massive craters, some alarmingly deep. Known as sinkholes, these depressions have drawn the attention of scientists, raised concern among local communities, and sparked an unsettling question. Are they merely natural occurrences, or do they signal something far more serious? So, what exactly are sinkholes? These formations occur when the ground collapses into underground cavities that have lost structural support. In the case of the Dead Sea, the explanation lies in its unique geological makeup. Over thousands of years, large deposits of salt accumulated beneath the surface. When groundwater comes into contact with these salt layers, it dissolves them, weakening the ground and causing sudden collapse. Over the past 50 years, more than 6,500 sinkholes have been identified in the vicinity of the Dead Sea. Most alarming is the rapidly increasing frequency of these events, making the region progressively more unstable and dangerous. The main cause cited is the swift decline in the Dead Sea's water level. This process results from two key factors: human intervention Heavy water extraction from the Jordan River, the Dead Sea's main water source, for agricultural and urban use has significantly reduced the flow reaching the sea. Extreme climate. The region's high temperatures and low humidity intensify evaporation, further accelerating water loss. With less water volume supporting the salt layers, the ground loses its stability, encouraging the formation of sinkholes. Climate change. The compounding factor, global warming, and the decline in local rainfall are intensifying the crisis. Less precipitation means reduced water replenishment, further exposing the salt deposits, accelerating erosion, and creating ideal conditions for the proliferation of sinkholes. The pressing question is, could what is happening at the Dead Sea be a preview of what other regions might face in a climate-changed world? Consequences beyond geology. The effects of sinkholes are both far-reaching and diverse, risk to life and infrastructure. The craters pose a real threat to those living or working in the area. There have been cases where sinkholes swallowed roads, farmland, and even tourist spots. Economic damage. Tourism and mineral extraction, cornerstones of the local economy, are under threat. As the sinkholes expand, these industries face serious risks. Environmental impact. The ongoing drop in water levels jeopardizes the fragile ecosystem of the Dead Sea. Species adapted to its extreme environment are in danger, and entire areas are being drastically reshaped. Is the end of the Dead Sea near? According to various experts, the Dead Sea as we know it could disappear in less than 50 years if no action is taken. The sinkholes are merely one of many symptoms of a broader issue: unsustainable water usage and the escalating effects of climate change. However, there are efforts underway to reverse this situation. Red Sea-Dead Sea Canal Project, a bold proposal, aims to transfer water from the Red Sea to the Dead Sea, helping to stabilize its level and slow the formation of new craters. Smart water management, reducing extraction from the Jordan River and adopting more efficient agricultural practices are crucial steps to ease the pressure on the ecosystem. Ongoing monitoring, modern equipment is being used to map and predict the emergence of new sinkholes, safeguarding local populations and visitors. Despite progress, sinkholes still hold many mysteries. Why do they form more frequently in certain areas? Could there be links to earthquakes or underground processes we do not yet understand? More than a geological curiosity, what is happening at the Dead Sea reflects the consequences of our environmental choices. The big question is, are we ready to face the outcomes of our actions on the planet? Number 1. Mobile Cave, a hidden universe in the depths of Romania. Beneath the seemingly ordinary soil of Romania lies one of the most intriguing places ever discovered by science, Mobile Cave. This unbelievable site remained completely isolated from the outside world for approximately 5.5 million years, creating a unique ecosystem that many have compared to a window into another world. So distinct and sealed off, this underground refuge harbors life forms that have evolved in an environment toxic to nearly all known species. The cave was discovered by chance in 1986 during excavations for an industrial facility. When researchers ventured inside for the first time, they encountered a scene straight out of science fiction. A sealed space with no trace of sunlight, shrouded in poisonous gases and overwhelming humidity. The most surprising part? Life was everywhere. From that point on, Mobile Cave began attracting scientists from around the world, eager to understand how living organisms managed to thrive under such extreme conditions. A world unto itself. What truly sets Mobile apart is its closed ecosystem, completely independent from the outside world. Without sunlight, photosynthesis is impossible. Instead, the base of the food chain is supported by a process known as chemosynthesis, in which bacteria convert substances like methane and hydrogen sulfide into energy. To date, at least 33 species have been catalogued that exist only in this cave. Among them, blind spiders, adapted to total darkness, translucent crustaceans that have never seen light, microscopic insects and worms, surviving with low oxygen levels and in an atmosphere loaded with carbon dioxide. The relationship between these creatures and the energy-producing microorganisms forms an ecosystem that resembles alien environments far more than anything we know on Earth. Exploration in hostile territory. Entering Mobile Cave is no simple task. Even for experienced researchers, the environment presents extreme challenges. Rarefied oxygen, with about 10% of the normal atmospheric concentration. Presence of toxic gases, such as carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide at dangerous levels. Constant temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and 100% humidity, creating a stifling and oppressive climate. These conditions require specialized equipment and strictly controlled exposure time, making any scientific mission a highly technical and risky operation. Why is Mobile Cave so fascinating? More than just an extreme example of ecological isolation, Mobile Cave is a testament to life's resilience. It raises profound questions. How did these life forms evolve? Prolonged isolation allowed for the emergence of traits that exist nowhere else on the planet. What can we learn from it about life beyond Earth? For many researchers, Mobile is the closest analog we have to alien environments, such as the subsurface oceans of Jupiter's moon Europa or the arid, hostile conditions of Mars. Is it one of a kind, or are there still secret ecosystems waiting to be discovered beneath our feet? This cave has had a profound impact on astrobiology, the branch of science that studies the possibility of life on other planets. If organisms can exist in such a lethal environment here on Earth, why not on equally extreme worlds in space? The existence of Mobile strengthens the idea that life can emerge not only through sunlight, but also from chemical processes, a particularly relevant concept when considering icy planets or those with dense, toxic atmospheres. One of the most astonishing places on Earth, Mobile Cave, challenges everything we know about habitability, evolution, and adaptation. It broadens our understanding of what is truly necessary for life to exist, both here and in other corners of the universe. Had you ever heard of this Romanian underground wonder? What do you think of the idea of an entire ecosystem functioning without light or air as we know them? Share your thoughts in the comments and send this content to anyone else fascinated by the secrets of our planet.